right, y'all. So I'm starting with freshly washed hair, and I'm spraying some water on it, and I'm going to put some coconut oil on it as well and just massage it through. I'm also going to just rub that throughout my whole head, and then I'm going to brush with this brush I got off Amazon. It's a detangler brush. I'm sure y'all have seen these a lot. I have parted my hair. I didn't go all the way around, but I just kind of did like a little side part. I'm just trying to make sure that's parted good. And then I'm going to go ahead and separate into sections. Now I'm just showing you some products that I'm using, which is my Edge Booster. It's like a clear pomade wrap lotion by Nairobi, and also my Eco Styler gel with olive oil in it, and a hard bristle brush. And this is just the amount that I like to start off using. Rub it through. That back area is mainly the part that rises up the most. So I want to make sure that that stays laid down. Get it brushed down really good. So I use a mixture of the Eco Styler gel and the pomade. As you can see, it's laying down. It's not as flat because I'm going to wrap it up, but it's laying down pretty nicely right now. Then I'm just going to go ahead and just make sure that part is moisturized, combed out good. And then I'm going to add some more Eco Styler gel to that section with a little bit of the Edge Booster pomade. All right. I don't know what I'm doing there. Okay, so then I'm just going to brush that down. And now I'm just going to go ahead and get my parting together on that side. Really just separating it and making sure it's laying down uniformly. So I'm just putting a little bit of Eco Styler gel on it, combing it out. And then I'm going to rub it through with my fingers. Leave that side, go to the other side, which is the side that you will see. But the other side you're not going to really see because it's all going to be covered once it's swooped. So just rubbing that through. Then I'm going to take a little bit more Eco Styler gel. And then I'm going to take the next section and I'm just going to rub that through as well. And then I'll take the brush, and that way it'll lay it down really nicely. So I'm just smoothing that out. And this is a really good style, like when you really don't know really what you want to do to your hair. If you don't want to do a twist out, you don't want to do a wash and go, you just want it to kind of like just lay flat and give you a few days, but it's still cute, you know. I thought I was going to leave that part out. No, I did go ahead and leave it out. Okay. I think at first I thought I wasn't going to leave it out, and then I did. So anyway, I'm laying everything down. And this is just a really convenient hairstyle for me right now, especially with the kids and not really having to worry about anything. So as you can see, I parted that at an angle, and I'm just going to kind of swoop it back. And I'm just taking this in sections, as you can see, because you can't, at this length and with the color, you don't want to just put a glob of gel on it. You want to take it in sections and take your time with it. I promise it'll be worth it because you don't have to worry about it lifting up, waving up too soon. I'm putting a little bit more on this side because this side has more hair on it. That's where I'm going to be having the hair slick down mostly on. So I want to make sure that side has an ample amount of gel. The other side is pretty much done. But this side, I just have to kind of take my time with to make sure there's no lumps or anything like that. And it's very smooth. So now I'm just taking the last little section and splitting that up. And I'm just going to comb it out. And then I'm going to put some Eco Styler gel on that. And then a little bit of the Edge Booster pomade. And lay that down with my brush after I comb it out. Okay. And you can use smaller sections. I was honestly just trying to get it done, but you can definitely use smaller sections. And then I'm just going to take that last part and repeat the same steps. and just making it kind of go in a downward motion. Sorry about that. All right, so combing that out. All right, and then brushing it down, smoothing it out, and I'm just like really trying to get it to lay down as flat as possible, because I do not want to have to worry about any lumps or anything in the next few days. And I mean, with the amount of gel that you're using, you don't want to have to worry about going back and redoing this. I mean, this is not something that you can really redo once it's molded. I mean, when you first start it, this is one of those styles that you just want to do it and let it lay. You don't want to have to keep going back, because then it's just going to look really clumpy. Okay, so that's laying down. I'm done bothering it. And then I'm going to just put some more edge booster on, just all around it. Brush it down, make sure it's laying down good. And then I'm going to take the brush, brush it. And I'm brushing and brushing and brushing. Finally, I'm using some wrap lotion by Nairobi. This is really good, especially for the back area, but it just holds it into place. I put a really healthy amount there just because I want it to lay good, and it's still wet, so I do want it to still be like uniform and sleek. All right, so after I put that on, I immediately go ahead and add my scarf. I'm showing y'all the back first. Okay. All right, so go ahead and put that scarf on. And then you're just gonna let that lay down. And I'm back. I just took a little break and ate. I'm using some primer on my face. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a light makeup look. So I'm adding that base primer. Just makes my face feel very moisturized. That's by NYX. All right, and then I'm just gonna comb my eyebrows up. And this is just a light makeup. Like, this is literally just the base, eyebrows, foundation, and lashes. So it's really a simple look. And this is like one of my looks, like if I'm just going to the store, or even if I'm going out somewhere, I'm going to be around people. Lately I haven't, of course, but this is a very simple look. I like the natural look. I don't really do too much concealer or anything like that unless it's around my eyebrows. So I just shaded in my brows. I used a pencil. I have dip brow, but sometimes the pencil just works best for me because that's what I'm used to. And I just outlined it, and then I took that angled brow brush, and I'm just shading it in and kind of shaping it a little bit better. And then I'm just going to make sure that's all covered. Seems like every time I do my eyebrows, one always looks better than the other, but we try to get them as close and even as possible. All right. So now I'm just going to take my LA concealer and my concealer brush. And I like to use this brush. It's pretty flat. And I just put a little bit on there on both sides. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of go under the eyebrow just to give it a more cleaner look. And then I'm going to go ahead and go above the eyebrow and do the same thing. And just kind of shape it out as you go. I know some people go like on the eyelids as well, a little bit further down, but I just prefer to keep it around the eyebrow. And then I just go ahead and do the same thing on the other side once I finish up this side. And I wasn't really going anywhere, but I just wanted to show how I do just like a natural face. All right, so I'm doing the same thing on the other side. And then go on above. And then I'm also going to try to get it to look as clean as possible. I think that eyebrow actually turned out better than the other eyebrow, but this is just how I do mine. Okay, I went back with the angled brow brush and just kind of went back into that little curve, and then I went back over with the concealer as well. And I do that sometimes, just trying to make them look as even as possible and the same. So then I'm just going to blend that in. All right. Now this is my concealer brush. I'll just go ahead and blend it all in. So far all I've done is just my base, my eyebrows, and my concealer. And then once I get that all blended in, I'll go back and kind of do my little fade in on the eyebrows, just to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic and natural. All right. So I'm going back in just a little bit, but then I like to take my finger, like I said, and just fade it out so it doesn't look so done, if you know what I mean. All right, so once I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and move to the next step. I went back a little bit. Like I said, I think that one turned out. That one was a little different from the other one. I was trying to get it to match the other side because the other side was a little bit more sharp. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my black opal foundation. I use the color Nutmeg. And I like to use that like a little under eye and then on the forehead. And then I just blend it as good as I can with my multitask brush. All right. Got the little guy in the background running around. Okay. So I'm just going to speed that up some. Okay. So now I'm just blending that in. And this is a very good foundation. It's really inexpensive. I think it's like, well, now it's running about $9-10. When I used to use it like 6 years ago. That's when I started using it. And it was like $5-6, and they have gone up. I get it from Walmart. That's the only place I can really find it. So I'm just gonna blend. And I do have other foundations, but just as an everyday look, just because I don't feel like I'm wasting it when I use the black opal. It's just like it's less expensive, and I prefer to use that one when I'm just doing like an everyday look. But this is still a really good foundation. I'm not taking anything from it. So once I get all that blended, I'm just gonna go ahead and put my lashes on. And I'm not even adding any mascara. I'm not doing any type of eyeliner. I'm just strictly putting these lashes on, and that's going to be it. So I'll put the description for that lash glue in the description box because it's really good. Like it's very good. And then I'll also put the link to these lashes in the description box as well. I believe I got both of them I got the lash glue from Sally's because they were out of one that I used to use, and I'm glad I got this one because I like this one better. And then I got the lashes from Sam's Beauty. Okay, so as you can see, I am struggling a little bit. You just have to kind of like place it on there and then get it to where you want it to go. Okay. And then I always end up kind of twitching with it a little bit. All right. So now I'm just going to move on to the other side once I've gotten that how I need it to be. Still trying to play with it a little bit. Little guy is coming back in here. Okay. So now I'm just moving on to the other side. Place that there and then try to get it as close, similar as I have it on the other side. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of tweak it a little bit. Okay. So I'm fine with it now. All right, that's it. All right, y'all. So this is going to be the final look. So went ahead and did my makeup, put some earrings on, and it still looks like kind of, the scarf is still kind of stuck to my hair because it's still kind of damp, but I just wanted to show y'all how it looks. And that scarf will definitely help lay it down really good, especially transitioning from that length to a longer length. So tell me what y'all think. I really think it turned out really nice, really clean and sleek looking. All you have to do is just tie it up at night. Okay.